Hello, welcome. We are here. What? Hello. Let's see if this is working. Not that one. Oops. Hello, hello, welcome. It's Thursday. You can't hear me. Excellent. Okay. Sorry.
You can't hear me.
It was not showing up that you could hear me. But anyway, welcome. Thursday, April 7th. The Daily Crick Sports Show is live. Welcome to spring, right? Basketball's over. We have not talked together about the national championship game, and we won't. It was a sad day for me, for my Tar Heels, but good win by Kansas. A very fun game. The first thing we'll talk about are the three Cardinals that are retiring and how they probably should have retired last year, and how they're going to set the Cardinals back because the Cardinals are supposed to have a bunch of young talent that now can't play because the old guys need a year to go have a swan song. So, sure, we can talk about the Cardinals as much as we want. Cardinals are going to be fun to watch, to be serious. You watch Adam Wainwright, Yadier, and Albert Pujols with their final years. Wainwright is not said it's his final year, but it probably is this year or next. If you're a Cardinals fan, you better buy a ticket and go watch them, regardless if it's at a visiting park or at home. This is your chance to honor those guys that led to so many victories, championships, and are just true good Cardinal players. So be sure to check them out when you can. A good idea, since we're in Indianapolis, is to head to maybe Cincinnati, since Cincinnati isn't going to be selling a ton of tickets. Always go to St. Louis, of course. Head to Chicago, maybe Milwaukee, something like that. So, yes, the Cardinals have an interesting season ahead of them. With that, let's go and look at baseball and see some odds. Who's supposed to win it all this year? Let's take a look here. Hang on. Okay. Well, come on. It's loading up. It's taking its time. Speaking of the Cardinals, well, no, this is taking forever. You know what? We don't need that. We'll just talk. How about that? Who's going to win Who's going to win the AL Central? The Cardinals are going to compete. That's for sure. They are going to be very competitive, but it's probably the Brewers, right? Unfortunately, we'll see. Why is this not working? None of these are working with the odds or anything. I wanted to see who was going to be the favorite to win it all. Let's go to the Masters. Let's switch from baseball to golf real quick. Your favorite: John Rahm, Justin Thomas, Cameron Smith, Dustin Johnson, Rory, Scheffler, Cantley, Brooks. The list goes on and on. Jordan Spieth's plus 220. Tiger Woods plus 4,500. So, in the Masters, like always, it's going to be a great event. It always is. It kind of is that signifying the end of winter, the beginning of spring. And as I mentioned, the favorite: John Rahm, Justin Thomas, Dustin Johnson, Rory. I mean, Tiger's down there a ways. Looks like he's like in 20-something. But here's a fun thing. He's still ahead of DeChambeau. He's still ahead of Paul Casey. He's still ahead of Justin Rose. He's still ahead of quite a few of these guys. Bubba Watson. Because he knows the course, right? He knows. He knows. He knows the Masters. He knows Augusta. He knows what's going on at that golf course. He knows, all the little nuances. And I mean, how many has he won? 5, I think, 4 or 5, something like that. So he knows how to get around that golf course. It's for me, it's just amazing to see him there. It's amazing to actually know that he fought through this injury to get there. Now, people keep saying, "Oh, Hogan had a really bad injury back in the day," all this kind of stuff, and that is exactly true. But that was like 70 years ago, and science is a little bit better now than it was 70 years ago. So you know, um, you gotta be. Kitty's going crazy. You gotta be happy for them that happy for Tiger that he's back. It's good for golf. It's good for everybody, right? I mean, it's good to see him out there. It's fun to see him out there. It's always an enjoyable time. Everybody's going to tune in to see what he's doing. The rating's going to be crazy. This is a great tournament, not only because of your views and everything, but like you feel now winter's done. Now we're on to spring. Now we're on to the next step here. We're on to spring, and let's keep it moving. So I'm excited to check out the Masters. John Rahm is your favorite. So we'll see. They already got pushed back a little bit this morning because of weather. All right, opening day. Brewers at Cubs. Burns versus Hendricks. That's it. Friendly confines in Wrigley. Guardians at Royals. Yes, the Guardians. The Indians are now the Guardians, if you haven't been paying attention. By Bieber versus Greinke. That actually is going to be a pretty decent game. Pirates and Cardinals. Brubaker versus Wainwright. We were talking about the Cardinals for a minute. Mets at Nationals. McGill versus Corbin. The Mets are McGill, not Maygill. Oh my gosh, I can't talk. The Mets are in all kinds of issues already with pitching problems. Rinse and repeat, right? Every single year. My Reds at the Braves. Mayo versus Freed. Astros Angels. Valdez versus Shohei. That starts at 9:38. Padres and Diamondbacks. Yu Darvish versus Madison Bumgarner. So some great matchups here on opening day. Astros and Angels right out of the gate. You get Shohei. That's going to be a good one to watch. Red Sox, Yankees postponed. Mariners, Twins postponed. Here's my question to MLB. Why do we continue to put games in cold weather stadiums and cold weather atmospheres in April, like the beginning of April? These teams north of Tennessee should just know they're going to go on like a 2-week road trip to start the season, and then they're going to get repaid when the weather's nice in the summer. Like, why are we playing? Why are we playing in Chicago? Why are we playing in Washington? Why are we playing in New York, Minnesota? Like, come on. Just go south. Go south for a couple weeks. It just makes so much more sense. And I know you don't have that opening day festivities and everything like that, but you can have it when you get to your park. So that's what's going on in the world of baseball. The Lakers got eliminated, as you probably are well aware. Everybody's been all over that and on top of that. Let's see here. Whoa, Kitty's going crazy out there. A lot of good baseball games. We got the Masters starting, so we'll check in on that. Here are 3 long shot MVP hopefuls. American League, Kyle Tucker from the Astros. Played 140 games last year. He's their most complete 5-tool player. He is really, really good. So we'll see how he does as he continues his development. George Springer from the Blue Jays, formerly of the Astros. Matt Chapman of the Blue Jays, formerly of the Athletics. Those are 3 good picks. I think Vlad Jr. is still the guy. I think Vlad Jr. is going to win the MVP. I think Ohtani will be right behind him. I'm very interested to see, can Shohei even come close to what he did before? So we'll see how his season turns out. For the National League, Pete Alonso for the Mets, Chris Bryant for the Rockies, and Rendon for the Angels. What? Oh my gosh. Who wrote this? NESN is saying that the Angels are in the National League. You know what? We have to get out of that. You have to get out of that story because it's not even true. You can't tell me that. Oh my gosh. I'll tell you what. You know what? Here's what we're going to do. Here's what we're going to do. I'm going to tell you the division winners of each of the divisions. Here are your previews. We're not going to go wins and losses and crap, but the AL East will be won by the Blue Jays. The AL Central will be won by the White Sox. The West is won this is the year 2022. The Angels get in the playoffs. They still need a bunch of pitching help. Their lineup is getting consistently stronger every single year. We just talked about Rendon. That article I read said the Angels were in the AL or the NL. I mean, come on, if you're going to write an article for a national sporting outlet, at least get some of the facts right. So your winners for the AL: the Blue Jays, the White Sox, the Angels. Teams to keep an eye on. Obviously, the Red Sox, Yankees, and Rays. Those three are going to be battling each other with the Blue Jays all year. The East is the East. Take the Orioles out. The Central, I'm telling you, watch out for the Tigers. They improved their team a lot. They got a lot of young talent. They've got a great catcher back there in Tuck. He will really do a great job with that pitching staff. Watch out for those Tigers. I think they will be ready to make a next step to get close to the playoffs. Out west, everybody's picking the Mariners, of course. Always watch out for the Astros. The A's have punted. The Rangers are getting better. I think the Angels have a season for the ages. I think they put it all together. I think Trout stays healthy. I think this is the year that they actually get to the playoffs and we can watch more Mike Trout and more Shohei in meaningful games. Watch out for the Rangers. I think they're going to be sneaky too. I know they still need some pitching. I know they still have a lot of good young talent, but I think Corey Seager is going to really lead that team. NL East. It's hard to pick against the Braves. They're loaded. They're awesome. The Braves are, I think, the division winners. Hold tight for somebody that I think is going to be sneaky. The Central, I mean, get rid of the crappy teams. The Reds stink. The Pirates stink. The Cubs stink. The Cardinals are on the senior tour, so kind of the Brewers are going to win that one by default. Out west, the Dodgers are unbelievably loaded, so you can't pick against them. So the division winners, we're going to go chalk pretty much. Braves, Brewers, Dodgers. Here's who you have to keep an eye on. I think you have to keep an eye on the Phillies. I think they added a lot. I think that they're getting better. I think Bryce Harper will lead that team this year to a wild card playoff berth. I really do think that they're on the verge of catching the Braves. Nobody from the Central. Cardinals could get hot, of course. The Reds are interesting, but I'm frustrated with them. Out west, this is where you have a mess, right? The Padres and Giants are good. They continue to get better. The Rockies added Chris Bryant, didn't add a ton of other things. The Diamondbacks are hopefully getting better with some of their young talent. The West is going to be a really fun division, I think, after the Dodgers. The Dodgers are just too good. They're too good. They're another level above everybody else, which is frustrating because they're spending a bunch of money to do so. But I'm going to watch out for the Rockies. I'm going to watch out for the Padres and the Giants. So not a lot of breaking news or anything, but I really think that some of these teams, like my sleeper teams would be like the Phillies, the Reds, Tigers, teams like that. So anyway, we're going to see how it all unfolds. Baseball starts tonight, actually this afternoon, so tune in. The Masters it's supposed to start already, but it got pushed back because of cold and wind and rain and all those dumb things that happen in the spring. Anyway, thanks for tuning in. Thanks for commenting and being part of the video. We appreciate you. Make sure you please like the video, subscribe to the channel, and we will talk to you later. So which way is the